From navigating the rugged terrain of Montana to the gritty politics, Yellowstone is one of the best things on television right now. So it doesn't come as a surprise that Jennifer Lopez is fully hooked to the show. But don't take it from me, take it from her boo Ben Affleck. He recently talked about the show on Bill Simmons' podcast, or more importantly, he revealed how he's disturbed by Jennifer's Yellowstone addiction. You see, during an appearance on the Bill Simmons podcast to promote their new film, Air, Affleck and Matt Damon discussed their shared love of television, and Ben revealed that his wife is a huge fan of the series, and more specifically, two of its characters. Jokingly, the actor said that he's kind of a bit disturbed that his wife really likes Yellowstone. Ben stated that Lopez was particularly drawn to the relationship between Cole Hauser and his wife. Aw, aren't we all though? On the show, Hauser plays Rip Wheeler, the ranch's foreman, and Kelly Riley plays Beth Dutton, the lone daughter of protagonist John Dutton. The couple's 20-year on-and-off love has been chronicled through the drama's 5 seasons, with flashbacks leading up to their surprise wedding in the 4th season finale. Affleck went on to state that Riley's performance as Beth was really amazing, and that he had no idea the actress was British since she embodied the character so well. I think everyone here agrees with him on that because I know I was thrown off when I first found out. But that's not all. According to Affleck, Jen showed him a clip of Beth, where she basically talks about all the ways to become rich. And Lopez said that she adored the narrative of the two people. And honestly, Ben was shocked. He was like, wait a minute, you mean Hauser? With Cole? What could you possibly love about it? Even though Affleck didn't talk about it further, I'm sure Jen spent the better half of the day explaining to him why. But the real kicker here is that Damon and Affleck have known Hauser for a long time, and have even featured in the same 1992 film School Ties. According to the duo, they expected Hauser to go much further in the industry than they did after doing Dazed and Confused. See, Affleck and Hauser went on to co-star with each other in Good Will Hunting, and Hauser kind of went away. Damon even claimed that he had always been mystified that Cole wasn't a huge movie star, because even at the age of 16, he had pure, raw talent. And Affleck agreed with him by praising Hauser's portrayal of Rip in Yellowstone, because according to him, even the entirety of America only sees him as Rip. That's just how great he is. But the thing is, besides Hauser, Affleck and Damon also have a history with the star of Yellowstone, Kevin Costner. The two met as middle schoolers and appeared as uncredited extras in the Fenway Park sequence in Field of Dreams, where Costner played the role of a farmer who develops a baseball field in his cornfield outside his house. Talk about a small world. But all this talk about Yellowstone and its characters begs one question. Why is this show so popular? You see, at first glance, Yellowstone looks like any other modern-day Western drama. You've got cowboys, horses, gunfights, and tough women. If you've seen a Western movie or show before, all of these things may seem familiar. But Yellowstone has a way of using these elements in a way that might surprise you. In many ways, the show is a neo-Western, because it tells Western stories in a way that's more modern and includes more people.
Hello, Mitch.
Walked pretty good for a man who got shot. I play 18 holes. I can't walk for a month.
It's been a few months now.
The series revolves around the Dutton family, who fight to keep their land from being taken over by strangers, and how through their struggles, they learn to grow as a family. But the show isn't limited to just them, it also shows how other people go about their lives as well. This gives the show a wider range of viewpoints than Western works of the past. The best examples of this are the Native American and female characters in the story. Both of these groups have a stronger, more positive effect on the story than they usually did in old westerns, and the writers have done an excellent job of giving these groups the depth and respect that they deserve. This, along with the show's adventure and action, makes it appealing to a wide range of people, which is likely a big reason for how popular it is. In fact, the show has been so popular that it even competes with Sunday Night Football for viewers. So Ben, cut Jen some slack, will ya? While the inclusivity and modern touch sets it apart from other Western works, it's the fact that the Duttons portray a pretty dysfunctional family that sets it apart from other shows of its kind. I mean, some of the most awful things that have ever happened to the Duttons came at the hands of their own family members. To put it mildly, the Dutton family has a very difficult relationship, to say the least.
Texas. I'm not fighting the neighbor to do my job because he's got the same job. So does his neighbor. Just cattle and cowboys all the way to the horizon.
Yellowstone literally covers the full spectrum of family drama, from sibling rivalry to parental abuse. And fans are well aware that the torture and trauma endured by many characters as children greatly influence their actions as adults. Out of all of them, Beth is probably the one who has endured the most abuse from her family on the show. In a flashback, we see as she watches her mother being thrown from a horse and in her final moments, places the blame on her daughter. I mean, who even does that? But that's not all. Beth also has a very bad relationship with her brother Jamie, which is probably because Jamie had her sterilized without her knowing while he was helping her get rid of an unwanted pregnancy. That's honestly all sorts of messed up in my book. And the thing is that in this day and age, a lot of people can relate to this show because they too have grown up in similar circumstances and know just how bad things can get. It's sickeningly realistic to its core. And with all of that said, I know there's one thing that Lopez and the rest of Yellowstone's fans are impatiently waiting for, and that is Season 5, Part 2. After the mid-season finale of Season 5, Paramount Network revealed that the second half of Yellowstone Season 5 will premiere in the summer of 2023. Woohoo!
So what are you doing here? You need help?
But what is it going to be about? Well, we all remember that when Beth learns about the train station, she immediately tells John that they should kill Jamie, who's planning to strike first at Sarah Atwood. Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 could find the Duttons fighting without Rip by their side for the first time, as he leads the ranch hands' journey with the cattle to Texas, potentially connecting the main series to the 4/6's offshoot. But the thing is, John Dutton's conservation easement plan for the ranch might be trumped by Jamie and Sarah's plan to commercialize the property. What with Jamie's impeachment effort against John hanging over the governor's head, depending on how the Duttons' plans might affect the federal government's ability to run a pipeline through the reservation, Chief Thomas Rainwater, Mo, and Angela Blue Thunder, who represent Broken Rock, may yet be able to turn the tide. Considering the conclusive nature of the events of Yellowstone Season 5 Part 1, Part 2 could find the Duttons actually suffering consequences for murdering not only the wolves, but also the numerous people that were abandoned at the train station.
Okay. Just forget everything that's happened before right now. All right, choose.
Well, that was all on Ben Affleck Disturbed by Jennifer Lopez's Yellowstone Addiction.